Welcome back, guys. Today in this video I'm going to be explaining to you guys the concept of the iPhone 7 and a little bit about the iPhone 6s. But before I get started, I'm not sure if I'm going to be continuing the latest tech series. I might actually be uploading at least once a month, actually, maybe. So let's just jump into it right away. So before I tell you guys this is probably going to be one of the biggest changes to the iPhone 7, but this is going to be on the iPhone 6s. So on the iPhone 7 coming out, releasing 2016 September, but I wanted to clarify that the iPhone 7 is not coming out this year. It's coming out next year. Some people have been actually trying to confuse a bunch of people, saying that it's coming out this year in September, but it's not. It's actually the iPhone 6s coming out this year. So on the iPhone 7, they're actually removing a few things. I know they're adding the Force Touch, which I'll explain to you guys what it is. But one of the biggest changes, I think, is they're actually removing the home screen button, because I don't know what actually they're doing, but I was really looking into it, and they actually confirmed they're actually removing that button, just because they're just trying to make it thinner, I believe. And by that, they're actually removing the audio jack button, because now they're actually working on, if you watch my latest tech video, that they're working on wireless headphones, and this is actually going to go with the iPhone 7. So then here it is. So Force Touch actually came from an analyst by Apple. It's actually from the Apple Watch, but what Force Touch is actually going to do, it's like it's it displays something like harder presses that, like, it's really hard to explain, but what it's actually trying to do, like, the software manages the Force Touch feature can. For example, it can play a QuickTime video faster on the screen if the user presses harder than a light tap, which would play the video at a regular speed. On the Apple Watch, Force Touch delivers additional functions such as providing controls in apps like messages and music when the user presses firmly on the watch display. I don't really know what that's trying to mean, but I know it's going to be actually really beneficial to the iPhone 7, knowing that they actually added it to 2015 Apple MacBook and notebooks. So another thing that's coming to be on the iPhone 7 is, basically, let's just cut to the chase. It's gonna be at least $650. It's coming out, very likely, it says September 2015, but no, it's actually coming September 2016. We'll be lucky enough to get it 2015, but I'm not sure. But I know that the iPhone 6s is coming out 2015. So what we're actually going to be really talking about, like, there's not going to be any 3D effects. The volume buttons they're touch sensitive, basically. So this is actually how the design's supposed to look like, but they could change the design in the upcoming year, actually. So this is not really going to be based on, this is just based on what we heard of, basically. But I'm pretty sure they're going to change the design, but I know they actually cut off the home screen button, which really makes me sad right there. The home button is the biggest loss. Touch ID moving to the screen rather than a dedicated button. Yeah. So what else is there so there's actually really a lot of rumors. Yeah, but it's actually coming out, and there's actually going to be two cameras on the back, but they're not going to be for 3D, actually. And the sides of the phones had been used for stereo speakers, and there's much coming, actually. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit unorganized, but there's actually going to be iPhone. One of the new features is wireless charging. So this is not the design, the most recent design. So it actually has the home button, but if you read here, there's actually a new charger and stuff. It's going to be wireless charging. iOS 9 is likely to come out. I believe it's already came out, I believe. So basically, it says like right here, like what I was talking about, one of the biggest changes is the removal of the home button. So they're actually using the touch sensor. The touch sensor, it's going to be on the screen. which is I have nothing to complain about that, but Apple's just trying to change the world, but I believe they're just moving too fast, which makes me want to hate Apple. But like what I believe is ever since Steve Jobs died, I believe Apple been going downhill. But if you watch my latest tech episode, I think the iPads or the MacBook Touch is gonna change everything. So they're actually removing the SIM, but I think there's gonna be a built-in SIM. Maybe that's I've been talking about that, but I know they're remove. I don't know what they're actually doing with the SIM, but they said that they're removing the SIM, which I don't understand what they're talking about. But what other a pre-installed Apple SIM? That's what it's gonna be. So I think, and there's gonna be more RAM, I guess, and there's definitely gonna be a faster processor. So I guess that was it for that. These are pretty much the new features for the iPhone 7, but there's gonna be much to come. I will actually inform you guys anything else, and check out my PS4 video torrent when Xbox One. It should be coming out later today. All right, thanks. Peace.